Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Back at it again with another video, and like I told you on the previous video in the description bar, I did say that my videos will be looking a little bit different. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be doing my vlogs and everything like that, but I know that I want to touch more on things that are actually beneficial to myself and to others. So today we are going to be talking about some things that I did to help me to have better days. So I've incorporated this new lifestyle just in order to help me to release or reduce stress. They're very simple things that anybody can incorporate into their daily lifestyle. I've did some research, and I was just so sick and tired of always feeling overwhelmed. So the few things that I did, it definitely helped. I'm still a beginner, y'all. I've only been doing this for like maybe 3 weeks now. So like I said, I'm still a beginner, but I hope that these tips can help somebody else to have better days, overcome stress, stop feeling so overwhelmed throughout the day and things like that. First thing that I do when I first wake up in the morning is I make my bed, y'all. Making your bed, it's so very simple, and when I was younger I didn't understand the importance of making your bed and knowing that making your bed can have some benefits behind it outside of the obvious of like making your house look cleaner, more put together, get your day started off right. It teaches, if you have children, it teaches your kids good habits. And then the mental reasons are the main reasons that I'm starting to do it, because y'all, when I was younger, I was like, why am I making this bed? I'm just gonna get right back into it a few hours later. And that's the main reason why you want to make your bed, because it prevents you from getting into your bed. It helps you be more productive. And then it's like an instant feeling, making your bed is like an instant feeling of gratitude, saying that you have completed the first task of the day. And so when you complete one task, it helps you want to complete more tasks. Feng Shui, I think I'm saying that right, Feng Shui professionals, they said that it will help you reduce stress, especially if you work from home. Remember, I was saying that, we're always home and it's always like feeling cluttered because you're always doing things, and especially if you have children, you are always cleaning up. I swear by God. Also, making the bed enhances organization, and it encourages you to want to do more. It helps me be a good role model for my children. Like, I can't just say, oh y'all go make your bed and my bed is looking crazy. Like, no, they see I made my bed when I first wake up. So when I tell them, okay, hey guys, can you go please make your bed, and they're like, okay, well she did it, so why not follow suit. Another thing that I have incorporated into my day is listening to binaural, I think that's how you say it, binaural frequencies. So good, y'all. Like, it's these sounds that trigger positive moods in your brain, and I love it. I love every single part of it. So this morning I was listening to a few different ones while I do my stretches, while I journal, while I meditate, and things like that. So I listened to physical body frequency, energy, mental, and wisdom. So those are all things that I want to incorporate to be a better person. And then I apologize, y'all. Like I said, I like to write. Oh, y'all don't listen. My journal is raggedy, okay? But I'm not going to give it up, y'all, because I made a promise to myself last year that every time I buy a new journal, I'm going to complete it. And I've done one so far. This is my second one. And look how much every single page is written on, y'all, front and back. And this is how much I have left. So I broke the whatchamacallit, the spine of it, but I don't care. I'm gonna still write in this journal, and I'm gonna keep it forever. While I'm doing my stretches, I want to make sure that I'm focusing on the sounds that I'm listening to. I try my best not to think about anything. Like, don't get me wrong, y'all, I say I'm a beginner at this, and it's hard to quiet your mind. I did not realize how hard it was to sit there and do absolutely nothing. Okay, say for example, someone calls you and they say, hey girl, what you doing? And you say nothing. Are you really doing nothing? Or are you sitting there looking at TV? Or are you scrolling on your phone? Or are you like, what are you really doing? I did not realize how hard it was to do absolutely nothing, because our brains are so focused on getting ready to do the next thing. But our brains are, they're a problem solving muscle. And so it's always looking for, you know, the next thing to conquer. So if you don't know how to quiet your mind, that's going to be a task in itself. Because for number one, I'm an overthinker. Meditation has been helpful for me, just because I think a lot about everything that I have to do, that I want to do, that I'm like everything, like replaying scenarios in my head. And that's what I'm trying to get out of. They could be good scenarios, they're sometimes bad, like, but that's just how the human mind works. And like I said, I'm in the process of reprogramming my brain so that I can think about the present. That is how I'm going to get to where I need to be, is the present. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then one thing that I have incorporated while I'm meditating, I like to hold a bottle of water, like you see here, and I think about the things that I want as if it's in present tense. You know, I'll just say, okay, Lord, thank you so much for, you know, I'm just going to use an example. Thank you so much, Lord, for my penthouse. That's very materialistic. But, you know, just a quick example. Your brain is a problem solving muscle. So when you're saying, you know, Lord, thank you so much, or universe, or whatever, if you say thank you for these things in advance, your brain is trying to figure out like, well, you don't have a penthouse, but how can I get it? How can I do this? And so trying to figure those things out, and while you're in the present moment, which is very tough, it can help you get to that next level. When I'm meditating, I hold a bottle of water because water holds energy, and you know, I'm putting all this energy into the things that I am becoming, and then I drink that energy as if I am those things in the present moment. So that's why I said that drinking a bottle of water as soon as you wake up is beneficial for many of things outside of being in a meditative state, but it flushes out, you know, toxins when you first wake up in the morning. You were fasting for 8 hours. Your body is completely dehydrated. It has slowed down. Drinking water when you first wake up helps boost your metabolism. It increases energy, alertness. It boosts your brain function, improves your complexion. Who doesn't want clear skin? Like, come on now. And so then for the breath work and the meditation, it helps me to connect with my inner self, back to, you know, who I am, who I want to be, and things like that. It helps me to stay calm, y'all. Like, if you have like kids, work, spouse, there's always going to be some type of stressors in your life. Life is meant to be good, but it's not meant to be easy, if that makes any sense. So you have to figure out ways on how to make your life easier. So you have to put in your work. You have to sit there, do your breath work, meditate, so that you can raise your vibration, so that you can become the person that you're supposed to be. Meditating will help you have a calm mind because it prevents negative outbursts. Say, for example, if you were triggered by something, say somebody pissed you off, like the things that I named before, your kids, your spouse, your job. When you are quote unquote going off, you are lowering your vibration. You are bringing yourself back down to the things that are beneath you. I'm not saying your kids or your spouse, your work is beneath you, but when something negative happens and you meet them there, what is the saying? Two wrongs don't equal a right. Like, I never really understood that until I put it into those terms, like as far as vibrations. Everything has energy, and I don't want to lower my energy, because then once the outburst is complete, I'm going and I'm replaying things in my head like, I really didn't have to say that. Now I have to backtrack and possibly apologize to that person who I went off on, especially because we go off on people who are the closest to us. We hurt the people who are closest to us because we know their buttons to press. We know all these things. That's the reason why I think that, meditation is very imperative. Also, it helps releases, and this is the things I didn't know. So it helps releases oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, relaxants, dopamine, all the good hormones your body already have. So doing things that help increase the flow of these hormones is going to make you a happier person. It's going to increase your glow from within. And then me journaling, like I told y'all before, I'm an advocate for journaling, but doing it in the morning time, it just pretty much just sets your day up. I will write down my emotions, exactly how I'm feeling in that moment. Happy, mad, sad, excited. Whatever the emotion is, I will write it out. Try to figure out, why am I feeling this way? What triggered it? How could I... Because 9 times out of 10, you can't prevent triggers. You just know how to deal with them. You know how to combat against them. And I want to make sure that I'm writing down these things, especially if they're a negative emotion, because I don't want to project this emotions onto other people. Me journaling also helps to prioritize my life. It also helps me with more clarity on my path. It helps me make better decisions. It improves... Oh, and these are some scientific facts I didn't know. Journaling helps improve memory, improves your physical, reduces sickness, reduces depression, increases productivity, reduces anxiety. It's a digital detox, and encourages gratitude and abundance. So the reason why physical, I think, is because when people don't realize is when you're stressed out, your body cannot release toxins the way that it's supposed to. So if you're not releasing toxins, you're harboring onto those things, and you're either slowing down your metabolism, gaining weight. Of course, there could be 1,000 other reasons why, but if there's something that you can do to prevent, why not take that preventative measure? Especially, digital detox. We're now in a technical world, y'all. We're so on the electronics all the time, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Like, a lot of people don't even know how to have like a decent conversation because they're so wrapped up in this digital world, and it's just so freaking, for number one, it's annoying, and then number two, it's scary. Also, journaling exposes areas of improvement. It helps you find your inner voice. It helps you with self-compassion, love, confidence. It keeps you accountable for your own actions. Ooh. That right there, that is the one. That's the one right there. That's the one. Also, it helps you become your best friend, because you realize that the relationship that you have with yourself is going to be the toughest but the most rewarding relationship that you will have with anybody in this world. Not your boyfriend, not your girlfriend, not your mom, not your dad, not your sister, your brother, your kids, not your spouse. Like, the relationship that you have with yourself, man, when I realized that I am my own best friend, that changed a lot of shit for me. A hell of a lot of things for me. Just because I, people are going to be flaky, but you cannot sit up here and beat yourself up and like, oh my God, why? Like I said on my previous video, stop having so many expectations about other people when you can do these things for yourself. Sometimes I'm really hesitant about welcoming people into my space. Yeah. And then the last thing that journaling has taught me, it helps me to be more creative. Don't get me wrong, it was very hard for me to start journaling just because I was never taught how to express my emotions or what was on my mind or, you know, things like that. So I had to teach myself these things. And one thing that I can say, if you have a hard time writing things on a blank piece of paper, get a journal that already has templates or prompts or things like that. Journal is going to ask you questions and then you're going to answer them. And then once you feel more comfortable, you know, you'll just fly away like I do. Like, y'all, I could seriously write 4 to 5 pages front and back on my journal without any interruptions. And it's just like that brain dump. it's so amazing. Like, it's beautiful. I can't even lie. So on to the last thing, what I have done to help me have better days is stretching. So I encourage stretching for anybody, for everybody, man, woman, kid, child, dog, cat, whatever. I recommend, I highly recommend stretching. I feel like stretching and increasing your mobility is especially important for women. And this is a scientific fact that I have discovered. And then once I started doing it, I kind of related. I've definitely related to it. So stretching is important for women because a lot of our trauma, our power, our emotions, our sensuality is stored in our root chakra. If you don't know where your root chakra is, it's pretty much, you know, like in your pelvic area. Stretching increases hip mobility, which can help heal trauma and reduce stress. So I say all that to say, you know, when our bodies are introduced to stress, some people, they clench their jaw. For me personally, I tighten up my entire body. And with me tightening my entire body, it starts, you know, in my root chakra. You can feel your butt cheeks clench. And that's where a lot of women hold their stress. And so when I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even recognize that I was doing it until I did it. After I figured out, you know, what I was doing. So I started to stretch, and doing different stretches, it helped me breathe better. I don't know if you knew, but a lot of women, they hold their power in their womanhood, their womb. Stretching for me, it definitely helped me boost my mood. It helped me with confidence just because it helped me walk a little bit more freely. I could flow with my walk. Like, you know, if you see a woman down the street and they're walking fast, like they're anxious, 9 times out of 10, they're probably on their way to go do something, in the rush or something like that. But sometimes it's because of anxiety, trauma, stress, that a woman doesn't walk in her confidence. I remember years ago, like, my dad would always ask me, why are you walking so fast? And I never, like, y'all, I never connected my walk to confidence until now. Confident people are at ease, if that makes any sense. They're not loud. They're not projecting their anger onto other people. They're okay with what moves they're making, whether that be physical or mental moves. I was listening to something, I can't remember, it was years ago, and like I've always listened to like self-improved things, y'all, but I never like really took the time to do the work because I was never consistent with it. So I remember I was listening to something years ago, and this lady, she said that you can tell when a person is confident when they speak slow. Anxious people talk fast. And that never resonated with me until, I would, take a pause and think about it. And then I thought about, like, in high school, remember popcorn reading, y'all? When somebody had to stand up and read, and when I tell you my entire body felt like it was eating itself. Literally the worst thing ever for somebody with anxiety is to stand up and read in front of everybody. First of all, I know how to read very well. So with me knowing how to read very well and then having anxiety, when I'm telling you, I am flying through these sentences, and the teacher's like, Kiana, slow down. We can't understand what you're saying. And I'm just like, so you telling me I have to read this again? Oh, I know you lying. Oh my gosh. Why me? Why me? I literally want to throw up in front of everybody, but of course I'm not going to do that because that would cause more anxiety. So I had to realize that, okay, this is of course years later. Kind of slow down. If you're going to be a confident woman, you have to be confident in the things that you're doing, the moves that you're making. Just be confident overall. But that's the mental portion of, stretching and things like that. There's always a way everything that I'm explaining, it all circles back into one thing. But for the main reasons that I started to stretch before I did more research is because it helps increase blood flow, reduces back pain, because y'all know I still, I'm grateful that I still have a 9 to 5 and I sit down all day and I type. And so, with sitting in one position for hours at a time, your body becomes stiff. You can have muscle soreness, and with stretching, it reduces the muscle soreness. It improves your posture. It connects you with your mind and your body, prevents stress, minimize the wear and tear of your joints, reduces the risk of energy, and improves balance. So yeah, the types of stretches that I love to do, the frog pose. I love this stretch, y'all. I love this stretch with everything inside of me. Just because that stretch helps reduces the most stress on my body. And I mean, a little bit TMI, but it also can increase your orgasms. And my camera, I think my camera's about to go dead, y'all, so I gotta hear you. So yeah, it increases your orgasm. So men, women, if you're trying to get down and improve your orgasms, the big O, do a froggy pose. Like, it opens it up to help you feel more free, and just so beautiful. I like the knee to chest, that helps with back pain. And it's just a beautiful pose. So y'all, I definitely hope my tips and tricks, or things that I am incorporating into my morning routine, help someone else make their morning routine a little bit better. I definitely hope you can set your intentions for the day, just so you can have better days. So definitely hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, my camera's about to die, so I want to go ahead and wrap it up because I know that I can talk, y'all. I've been talking for 32 minutes straight. So yeah, definitely hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, share this video if you think it could help somebody else, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.